Crypto is going up. I don't know if you've ever saw my total crypto market cap chart when I'm zoomed out. Do you ever see this $40 trillion area that I have up here? Because that's the direction that I think this market is going. Now, this is all the way over here in 2030. And I don't know if it's going to be 40 trillion before or after 2030, but this is the direction. This is a trajectory of crypto, of Bitcoin. Right now, we're sitting at around $2 trillion. Do you realize how early we are in this space? And there's a lot happening right now from even a regulatory aspect, from a narrative aspect. I just saw this headline: Kraken denies SEC allegations, asserting ADA and Algo aren't securities and accusing the SEC of overreach. SEC has done so much damage to the space, and I really think the tides are turning, everybody. And right now, $2 trillion market cap, with the tides turning in favor of crypto, in favor of the law being on crypto's side. Do you know what happens when this market as a whole takes off and innovation is just unleashed out there into the world? The value is going to increase. That's why I think we're on this trajectory. In this video, I'm going to talk about the total crypto market cap chart. I'm going to look at Doge, AVAX, ADA, Doge, Bitcoin on the zoomed in on the daily. Right now, we have a very key move happening that we've been tracking since the bounce, really, at this lower trend line. So hit the subscribe, hit the like. Let's jump into the video, everybody. I want to start over here. This is total crypto market cap chart. And first things first, I don't know if you saw yesterday's video. I have a soft target of around $4 to $5 trillion. That's that first kind of nice move in the parabolic bull that's breaking all-time highs on this chart. And then we have the fun target up here. It's around 12 to 13 trillion. That is to say, if total crypto market cap chart really has this crazy parabolic bull where we are actually hitting the higher high upper trend line area, and the consistencies of these cycles repeats once again. And there's a strong case for that being a possibility. 12 to 13 trillion dollar market cap is 100% in play. Back here, just to give you an example, around last Bitcoin halving, when total crypto market cap was 130 billion, many people would say, you're crazy if you think we're going to almost 3 billion. And it happened. It's the same thing right now, everybody. Another piece of data, and then we're going to dive into these altcoin charts and then look at short-term price action on Bitcoin. I just want to point out, this is such a strong, important reminder. From the all-time high last bull cycle to right around now, we're looking at around 1,043 days or so, and total crypto market cap is down 32%. Last cycle, from all-time high to this time last cycle, meaning 1,043 days or so after that all-time high, total crypto market cap was down 40%. It's just a reminder, in case you're new on this channel watching my videos, we're not only on pace, because there's, I think, this misconception that crypto is just lagging this cycle. It's doing terrible this cycle. Not only are we not doing terrible, not only are we on pace, but it's actually a little bit better at this moment than this moment last cycle. And you see what happened at this moment last cycle? Crypto is getting ready to take off. And I'm not saying it's going to be exactly the same, everybody, but I am saying that data is just data. It's not an opinion, right? It's not an emotional thought. It's just the charts. And these cycles have been very, very repetitive. Now, I want to talk about this because altcoins obviously play into the total crypto market cap chart we're looking at. Bitcoin plays into the chart. But I wanted to start just with Doge. Doge is a top 10. It's a popular crypto, whether you like it or not. Wanted to show you something as these markets continue to consolidate, continue to bottom out. If you look at the Fibonacci from all-time high to this low right here, Fibonacci from the low to the previous swing high, we have this retracement that we've seen so far in this cycle. And you can see Doge at this green area. It's a 786, the lower line, and the 618 at the upper line. So this rectangle in green is just this key Fibonacci retracement that I track, whether it's a short-term, mid-term, or long-term chart. And you can see Doge making its way down to this area. Even so, this confluent support area at the 20-week on this is a monthly chart, the 20-month moving average in green. When I'm looking at any chart, this is exactly what we want to see, not only in a pivot from a bull market or a bear market to a bull market, right? But when we're getting retracements, this is exactly the type of areas that we want to see retraced to. and we analyze for support at these areas. AVAX, a similar story playing out. So meaning from the swing low back here to that swing high, we know we had this nice swing high in March or so. Altcoins, everything did. AVAX making a nice move to this Fibonacci retracement. And let me point out, AVAX down from all-time highs, 83%. Doge, if we look at Doge down from this all-time high, currently 85%. You look at ADA down on this chart. This is a messy chart, but a very fun chart. ADA down around 88%. So, and by the way, while I'm on the ADA chart, same thing with ADA. You can see slightly below this green Fibonacci retracement from this swing low back here, right here, to the swing high, but right now within that same support area on the macro. Now, I want to bring up Dog just because, and I'm sure there are many plays that will be good, just like Dog. Dog is this high risk, high reward play that I'm excited about because as we do analyze these macro bullish charts for total crypto market cap and where we are in the cycle, and again, no guarantees. I don't sit here guaranteeing that we're going to enter this parabolic bull. The data is lining up. The markets are lining up. So many different pieces of information from a macroeconomic standpoint are lining up that the next 12 to 24 months could be insane for crypto. And if that's the case, something like Dog, this number one meme on Bitcoin, has that upside play that I think really intrigues me from a cycle perspective, a bull cycle perspective. What I mean by this is we just looked at weekly or monthly charts on all of these altcoins. These are weekly charts. Dog, this is a daily chart. This is a new coin, and you're going to have plays like this, and these are just intriguing to me. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy Dog right now, everybody, but there are going to be these plays. This went on the daily chart from that swing low in May to the swing high in June, 400 some percent. If we enter a parabolic bull run sitting at around 250 million right now, this is one of those altcoins as it starts getting listed on tier one exchanges. If it does, this is one of those altcoins that quite quickly could see a 5 to 10x. And then further into the bull run can see, if this is $2.5 billion market cap, just to see like a 9x, 900% gains. And then we take this up here, say it hits 10 billion market cap, which is, I think, in play. I just want to say that it's in play for Dog to do that. We're almost at 4,000% gains. This is one of those plays that has that type of gain. All these other altcoins, I think, are going to perform incredibly well. And the price predictions for those are, these are things I haven't really done yet. But for me, it's just this risk appetite thing, right? A mix of how I want to approach these markets. And obviously, y'all know I'm very bullish on ADA, incredibly bullish on ADA. But having something like Dog in the mix for a potential parabolic bull run is something that's just I just have my eye on. Let's go to Bitcoin. I want to zoom in on Bitcoin on the daily chart because there's a big move happening. Bitcoin right now, as I do the video, approaching $60,000. I don't think it broke it yet. You can see that wick right there. So close to $60,000. Maybe it'll break it while I'm uploading the video. I don't know. Maybe we'll see resistance. And while I'm uploading the video, we're all the way back down to 57. Here's the deal with Bitcoin. If you look at the Bitcoin chart, I talked about in yesterday's video, now is the time. Now is the time to make the move to the upper trend line. And really, I think the reason I say that is because when you're looking at a pattern like this, you zoom out on a Bitcoin daily chart, there have been other times when Bitcoin is just it just seems like it's never going to stop consolidating. One of the biggest times I remember just very strongly was back here. I don't know if you were here or not, but this was all the way back in 2018, right before the bear market low, actually. And it was just sideways for months. And then it just got worse towards the end. And finally, the structure broke in a very big way. That's what happens. It seems like, I guess we're stuck here, nothing's going to happen. And then boom, something happens. And when you have a large consolidation pattern like this, it's just bound to break. It's going to happen. So the question is always, is it up or down, right? And right now, this is exactly why I say now is the time to test a trend line of some sort, whether it is the lower, which it just did, by the way. or the upper trend line once again. And I think the move is very close to happening. And that's because you do have like half a year of consolidation. And if you go to the weekly chart, the biggest thing, and probably the biggest question is, well, why now though? Like, why now? Would it be so in play for a move to finally happen? And it's very simple. You look at the oscillators. You look at all of the oscillators, really. Look at how much they've all cooled down. We have our slower moving momentum oscillator. The RSI was overbought pre-Bitcoin halving. I can't mention this enough. Has not been really overbought post-Bitcoin halving yet. Every cycle so far, that is what the bull market looks like. Overbought post-Bitcoin halving. We've not had that. This is exactly why I don't think the parabolic bull has even started yet. But we've cooled down. We've cooled down on the RSI. We've cooled down on this MACD. You can even see the histogram on the MACD starting to kind of level off and start making its way to the upside. You can even see on the stock RSI, this quicker moving momentum oscillator, it has been oversold for quite some time, and it's kind of choppy still, but making its way out of this territory. What is the next move from a momentum perspective if we're hanging out down here for quite some time? It's very simple. The next move would be some type of move to the upside, right? And into and towards overbought on the stock RSI. So all of these things on the macro chart are lining up, not to mention we see this 50-week moving average support that we've seen Bitcoin bounce off of that area. And right now on the daily is right now actually testing key resistance areas that we've been talking about. That is to say, the 20-day moving average, Bitcoin is above it. The 50-day moving average, Bitcoin is directly below it right now. I mean, we're talking about Bitcoin being, not even 1% below the 50-day. And then as far as the 200-day, that's the next roadblock, 7% move for Bitcoin. So maybe we have an insane power candle, right? And we make our way to the 200. But this could be a little bit of a journey to get there, right? Meaning we could just hit back down to the 20 for support. Or we could just be sideways below the 50 before the move. We have to continue tracking these moving averages. It is the biggest resistance right now for Bitcoin to make its way to that 16 or so percent move, 16, 17% move to the upper trend line. So, and actually it's not even that much. We can move this up now. I think this is from yesterday's video. We're looking at like a 13 to 14% move to the upper trend line, everybody. So Bitcoin is lining up for that next big move, but we have to track resistance. Altcoin markets, everybody, as well. We see how they're lining up on the macro, but I think we just need to continue monitoring and being patient and realizing, you know what? From a cycle perspective, we really are on pace, if not looking even stronger at this moment, not only because of gains, we're actually not even down as bad, but just from a momentum perspective. Look where the momentum oscillator was, around this time last cycle from that all-time high in the previous cycle, all the way up here. We have even more upside right now on this RSI, not once being an overbought after the Bitcoin halving. So these are my thoughts today as we see cryptos move. Always be careful. I mean, I'm always just trying to be careful, not trying to get too excited, but it's always good to see bullish moves on the short term because these are the things that turn into the bullish parabolic moves on the long term. So let me know your thoughts, everybody. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I appreciate you watching my videos. I truly do. And I hope you have just a good, relaxed day. And please chill out, enjoy life. And I really do pray that God blesses each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.